Hey guys, my name is Cidiac and welcome back to another episode of CanalTown here in City Skylines. Well, last episode guys, we extended our ferry network. We got in a brand new route. We upgraded some of our existing routes. Now we're transporting more people by boat than we ever have done before. Yes, CanalTown is slowly falling into place. And today guys, we're actually going to start looking at building an airport. Now, I want to build an airport for two reasons. We've got some cargo issues that we can't export enough. Now, while we can just build more commercial to be able to buy the goods off them, I could do more shipping routes, more train routes, all that jazz. But I want to try and kill two birds with one stone. I want to build a cargo airport and a passenger airport as one, thus giving us an additional ability to export the goods, import, export, all that jazz, and also serve the greater community with a passenger airport and get some more tourists coming in to spend those dollar bills, y'all. But I want to try something a little bit different when it comes to building this airport, and I'll explain it all in just a moment. But guys, if you are enjoying this episode and this series, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when the next episodes do come out. But we did a lot of expansion work last episode, and today I want to build an airport. I want to actually build it within this area, and I've kind of got an idea that I want to do, and I don't know if it's going to work. Now, you know, you get those airports around the world where the runway goes over the highway. In a weird way, I want to try and actually replicate that, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I know you can't elevate the runway, so I'm going to have to kind of turn this into a tunnel, but like an elevated tunnel. It makes no sense, but just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of also try and utilize the canal system. This road's going to come up and in. I need to also decide where it's going to connect, which will probably end up, it's got to connect to this 4-lane road here, either on this connection there or on that one. Probably most likely to be this one. Just get that kind of in, so we got that road kind of like intertwined anyway. I want to try and utilize the canal system to kind of drop passengers to and from the actual terminal, and then build it around here. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. So at the minute, this train line is elevated, only going over the highway here. Now, while that is a reasonable height, there's no question. Okay, maybe the donuts are hitting the kind of top of it. We are going to keep this elevated, or do I keep it low down? No, we're going to keep it elevated because I need it to have the road go underneath and the transfer of passengers to and from. So, what I want to do is I want to first take a look at this road for this highway. And it is a 3-lane highway, right? Yeah. And if I pull it and upgrade it into a tunnel, let's say here, and then do the same thing here, you get this almost elevated patch. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but this is where I want to try and build the runway across. So I reckon we need to kind of go a little bit more, like there, right, which that should be fine. I've got to elevate quite a lot of this, but if I can do this, this is going to be a nice little addition to the area. Right. Okay. So first things first, and I'm actually going to place down a rural style road anyway, which will kind of be central, so I can use that as the marker point from going from point A to point B in a straight line. So if I just bring this up down to here, and then we'll build, I'm going to try and do 2 runways as well. So I'll build it like that, and then we'll get our runway in. So the actual runway itself, actually, where's the flight path? That's more important, right? Flight path goes across that way, so they'll kind of spin around and go scoot that way. They'll fly it this way and turn, or turn. Okay, it's fine. There's no stresses. So we'll do one in both directions. And if I started there, the length of that. Oh, airport area acquired, of course. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw down just a terminal, just for the sake of having an airport area. So I'm just going to drop that there, and then the airport area itself, which we do have to flatten, by the way. Which this is not going to like the fact that I'm doing it. But we'll come back anyway. And we'll sort the rest of it out. So let's go down to here so I can get the runway added in. Down to here. It's all flat here anyway, so no dramas. And then just get it all in. So, where was I? Where was I? So if I go from here and down to there, which is 153. Do I do 150? 150 seems fair to me. And then if I do the same on this side, if I slightly staggered it, and then went down here by 150, which would be there. I've staggered 2 runways. And I'm just going to make sure that they are elevated high enough to go over this. It's interesting, to say the least. Now, I could, if I just select the 2 here, and then just bring them up, like paging them up, you can get them to the required height. It's just going to take a little bit of work. Alright, bring it up to there. I don't know if that's going to be too high. It's probably going to be too high. I'm going to bring it to about there. Right? Should be fine. Should be fine. And then in underground mode, if I select both of these nodes on both sides, and then just get the actual tunnel top in to its height, because you can kind of flatten all this after. So if I do that there, and if I do that there, and then we just kind of have to, I'll delete the road in the middle first. There we go. Then we flatten all this through. Well, we're going to have to kind of like slightly do a gradient on the landscaping to kind of bring this all down. But I feel like it will be it's something that I've never done before and never even thought of. But I think it will be quite a nice little feature. So I just kind of go around and quite a generous kind of spread. Right. It's going to get all flattened again anyway when I extend the airport area. But if I go for quite a generous spread to begin with, and then it's called Daffodil Airport. How does that now look? So that's not actually too bad. I kind of like the idea of the highway going underneath it. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. So, oh, we have to build a taxiways as well. I forgot about the taxiways. Let's start with this then. So, this is the thing. It's one's. I mean, you can't set it to one takeoff, one landing, unfortunately. But I might do it where one's cargo and one's passenger. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more, not difficult to understand, but yeah. So if I go from, because I also need to make sure that we've got enough space. I'll have to move some of this stuff back slightly. So if I came out by a full 10, that's going to cut off there, isn't it? And a full 10 on this side cuts off just there, which is not a problem because I can just slightly maneuver some of this stuff. So if I come out here by a 10 and then go across, now I'm not going to be able to do it all because it's technically not in an airport area. So this is where you have to then, you can see it all now moving as I build it all. Alright, if I just come down to here, cover all this area down here. It's so annoying that an airport area flattens the land around. It is so annoying. I wish it never did that. There's got to be a way to disable it, right? I wish it never did that because, like, what it does to us, it just ruins everything. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Right. So bringing this down, which we're going to have to anarchy it through. And that connects in there. Bring this down by 10. Straight across. And then in. So we've got the 2 major marking points. Which goes to plan fairly well. But how you have to build the kind of the majority of this doesn't work out too well. Oh, actually, I've got this flipped the wrong way around, this one. There we go. So it's going to be a very, very simplified version of all of this. So I've got the actual airport area in. So I can now hopefully extend and expand the rest of this. So I know I've got to take quite a wide radius. And then we've just got to... I wonder if I can do it with this tool. Because if I can, that's going to be glorious. From there to there. To here to there. That should now all come up, right? Yeah. It's a lot easier, isn't it? What is that complaining about there? Oh, is that not technically in an airport area? It's not, is it? How annoying. How annoying that I have to do that. Right, anyway. So let's start with these ones then. So scrap them off, and we're gonna move them back. So select them both, and then just push them down a bit. So we'll get to about there, which is gonna work out. This one's on a bend, so I don't know how this one's gonna play out. I might have to move these as well. Do you know what? We kind of get away with there. And select these again. Yeah, we kind of get away with that. Just smoothing it off. Let me undo that. I was meant to smoothen. Smoothing these around as well, so it's a bit more wider. Same down here, because we've flattened so much of it right now. It's going to look awkward. Alright, quite wide again. And that is then our runway situation over the highways. I think that's pretty cool. I do think it's pretty cool. So what I'll do is we'll utilize one as being, like I said, the cargo section. Which the way that this all goes, I don't know whether to kind of make this one the cargo one, and then this one the passenger one, because of the ease of it there. I can do something over here for this, or even over there, it doesn't really matter. I'll probably build it over on this side. It makes it a little bit more easy to kind of connect to it. We can kind of bring trains from a little V over here, which is not a problem. That's going to work out wonders for us. So I'm going to delete this. Right. It doesn't ruin the airport area, does it? No. If I place that in, it doesn't stop the airport area. No. Okay, so sweet. Right, no issues, no issues. I've just got to decide where this is all going to be placed. Now, can you place this based on where this is running? I don't think you can. So the terminal is going to be very, very interesting. What terminal are we going to use? I don't know. I might go for like the fancy one. Something like this. Might be pushing it a little bit too much. Or just go for like a nice simple one and build like a decent like kind of concourse for it all. It's probably the better bet. If I build the concourse first, because I'm able to line these up, can I then attach? Yes. Okay, this is perfect. We'll build the concourse first. So what we'll set up is the taxiways again. Of how we get in and out. So the plane lands, kind of comes up here. We'll make it kind of go up by 30. And then we'll do something like this, 50, and then back down. It's kind of allow them to go in. Which will hopefully allow me to then build a concourse. So if I go up to about here, and go across by the 50. I'll delete some of it in a minute anyway. Go across by another 20, 40, 20, 40. It'll make sense in a moment. This road, remember, is going to bend. 20, 40, and then delete this bit here. If we're going for that style. Rotate it. So it's not going to be perfectly centered though, is it? So I wonder if I can then... Oh, this is going to be kind of difficult. So is that a full 50? So if I do a 22... No. That wasn't going to work, was it? 50. So if I do a 15... And I can't see the number. 15... That kind of works. We're like 2. Oh, it'll be a 16 by 16 then, wouldn't it? So that there should be a... No. I need to get it back to where it's a 50. So I need to be a 16 by a... Flip it around again. 16. Bam. And we're in. No, not you thinking. So Nick, what is going on right now? What is this monstrosity? Listen, I was just setting up the boundaries. Don't worry, it's not going to stay like this. It's not going to stay like this. So I could build huge little sections like this at the end, but it's going to look really, really weird. So I'm not going to do it. Again, it's going to be a very, very... what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? A... simple airport is probably what I'm trying to say the most at the minute. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too OTT. A modest. That's the word I'm looking for. A modest airport. Right? Because a large stand is this size. You can see how it kind of connects over to it anyway. Let me go back to these little kind of concourses right now. So I can actually bring this down to a 20 there. And a 20 there. And I could almost stick it out by a 10. Oh, that's a 20 to there as well, isn't it? I feel like it's just like a little bit too much of the concourse, though, isn't it? And what if I deleted you, and dropped these big spiral things at the end? Or if I drop them... Right, delete all this, because we now know how it's going to work. If I did one there, and one there. I mean, we're probably not going to even use the metro system within it. Smooth all that out. And then I can drop a couple of large ones around. Or do you feel like it's still ridiculous? No, I think it's okay. I honestly think it's going to be okay. It is one of the weirder airports I'm probably building right now. So, yeah, like I said, anyway, that runs up to... I mean, I can go by a 10 at this point. And then you've got to find the middle bit. So if I just run that down to there's the middle bit, and then just do a section there, and a section there to kind of come in. Delete you. Alright, and then connect you like that. We just got to flip it then all pretty much around. So large is this a large one? Yeah. Okay. So one there. One there. Medium or small? It's better to probably have the small. Alright, reposition you. Like that. As it's all connected. This airport's actually going to start trying to work now, isn't it? Yeah. This is weird how simple I can get these connections added in. I don't know how I feel about these. Was that a small or a medium? That was a medium. This is an actual small. Right, okay. You can almost get a medium. Placed him. I'm trying to get that to snap beautifully. I'm trying to get these to snap in. I just want to see how they look. I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong. It actually works. It's cool to see the aircraft now go over the highway. I just got to sort out the elevation drop. Make it drop a little bit quicker. This works. I just got to get more of the taxiway going around the edge. So if I set up, because there's a point here that you can kind of snap it off, or is it going diagonal? It's kind of going diagonal, but if I bring it across by a 20 and then down, that didn't work. Like that. I'll flip it back in a minute. Oh, actually, there's not enough space to actually kind of squeeze this in, is there? It's a shame you can't get like a two-way taxi. You know what I mean? Unless I do by another 10 and down. Can I squeeze a large in? You get a large connected there. Which, if I'm honest, you don't really need this bit. And then I can use the outer stuff to place down the decorations, couldn't I? Like that instead. And then just tarmac it all off. So what does that give us anyway? It gives us 2 medium, 4 large. Is that right? Should I not try and squeeze in a small or 2? I mean, like I said, to be able to do it, I've got to bring the taxiway up. But then again, maybe I could bring the taxiway. Oh, why does that keep doing that? On a smaller one. Like if I went to here, 5, and then down. It just doesn't feel right or look right, does it? It doesn't. You need more space. Unless... Sadiq, what are you doing? Unless this highway went over, I can make it go under the highway. Is that now just pushing too many boundaries? I feel like that's and pretty much pushing way too many boundaries. I mean, I could squeeze in. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, this is asking for congestion, isn't it? This is just asking for serious congestion. But it will work. That is the weird thing. So I could paint the concrete in. That's like even like the better thing about all of this. I could paint all this concrete in and make it all feel a part of it. I'm not sure what's going on there. I can't really change that bit. Unless I just slightly move it over. Yeah. Right, this is the airport right now. Don't judge me, but this is what we're kind of getting up to. There'll probably be a lot of traffic. But hey-ho. What are you going to do about it? I'll leave the outer stuff for all the additional things I could implement in. And we're going to get the 4-lane road set up. I've really built this without a plan, haven't I? I really have. So we're getting to connect to this road right now. It's the one with trees and a bit of grass. So upgrade you. Sorry for deleting some of your stuff, guys. But it's unfortunate. But hey-ho, here we are. And I want to connect it to over here. So I could run this in a straight line. And it will then pretty much hit here. It's not a perfect 90-degree. But if I ran it to where the straight line goes... Also, what is this set on? ran it to there, which we'll have to sort this little bridge section out. If I just upgrade this to the one with trees, and then where does that bend, or where does that bend want to take place? Because it still might be a little bit too close to the airport. We'll scrap that for just a minute. And see what we can do here. 16 by a 16 to connect in. Does it run too close, you reckon? I think it does. I personally feel like it runs a bit too close. So what we'll do, right, we'll do the old switcheroo, boys. The old switcheroo. Where we'll go from here. And I'll push back by 10. Oh, how am I going to snap into there now? Alright, fine. And a 10. So what we'll do is we'll connect you to there, which it shouldn't be that much of a connection. And I feel like that's the better variation to do it in. And this is a little bit more of a bend, but, you know, it don't matter. We've got all crazy bends going on over here anyway. And we'll do the bend like that. So it does end there with the road, which is fine. I know, crazy stuff have happened. So to split into the direction you kind of want to go in, it will still work. But it gives us enormous amounts of space right now to be able to build the connection here. So we also want it to be connected to the ferry stop, which I was going to consider maybe adding in an additional 2. But with it being so predominantly close over to here, I could actually get it connected, not a problem. Well, I won't change the road style as much, but I will do a one-way road. I say I won't change the road style. There's me adding trees. I'm going to change the road style. So if I do a 6... Is it 6 by 6 or should we keep it 5 by 5? 5 by 5. 5 by 5. And you can kind of see what we're pretty much working with the space. I'm going to build some bridges to kind of connect over. So bring you to there. Bring you to there. Which again, like I said, I'm going to turn into a one-way road on that one as well. And we just kind of want to bring these in for a simplified connection. So I reckon we go for a 4. Which I could do like a 4-lane road here. As a connection just there. So bring that out by 10. And we're going to stand here by 10. We can do a nice little wiggle bend. So I'll delete you back, and then do a V. Standard procedure. So the reason I'm doing a 4-lane road is in case there is a huge bulk in vehicle traffic, we're kind of covering our back slightly. So a little V like this, where we'll then make it a little bit more prettier. There we go. So it's very simple. It's nothing over the top, nothing too crazy. It's a very, very simple connection, right? It's a very, very simple connection. We'll eventually bulk all this area up as well. So we'll have more stuff going on. But this is just to kind of get us all up and running. So in terms of walkways then, because I do want to make sure that pedestrians can get to and from the areas. So I'm going to bring this down to here. Actually, we'll bring it down to, yeah, there. And then maybe raise it up to 5. And I want to do the same there. 5, obviously delete this bridge. There we go. And to be honest with you, I could just make them come from the one side. It doesn't really need to be both sides, does it? But I suppose that's not part of the fun. So do a 9, so it just kind of cuts back a little bit. And then we'll kind of bring them into the middle. Alright, simple connection like that. It's nothing crazy at the moment. I'm not doing it to... this is not the final form. Just to throw that out there. It's not the final form. It's just to kind of give us the connectability, the connectivity, all that jazz. You know what I mean? Now, what I could do as well then is maybe... if I did that there, is there any need for this bridge? Let's cover all that there so it looks like an actual like harbour dock. Yeah. Right, we'll go with that for now. We'll go with that for now. So let me just place down some water. Okay. Water's in. Power. We'll pull power from over here. So, to some degree, the airport is going to be functional. It's going to be functional right now. So, at least people can utilize it. Now, I mean, we'll see lots of people now using these ferry stops a lot more than usual. Because all of a sudden now this becomes a part of it. But I feel like additional ferry stops would be needed to spread the traffic a little bit easier. I'll probably add those in, like I do a 2 there and then 2 here when we get ferries coming through this system. And then we can integrate the current line onto those as well. Just to spread it a bit easier between it all. Because that picks up a lot of traffic down here. And we can kind of drop off the university students up here too. So that is for a future plan. At least we know and understand what's going down right now. So our very, very close-knit, tight airport. I'm actually liking the fact that people are using this as well. This will turn off to kind of come in. So it's going to open up the area a little bit more, which is really, really good. Okay. Now, I don't really want to add much more in. I know I've got to add the air traffic control tower in. But like I said, I don't really want to add much more in. This will be probably better suited over here. Yeah, we'll do it over here. But I'm going to have a little bit of a nose at some of the stuff I could squeeze in. Like the headquarters building. If I could build a road to go further around and do stuff over here. I mean, that's all when I get more connectivity up anyway. The Aviation Museum. Again, something also very important. Now, in terms of public transport, variations are, you got the train station, you have the metro station, and you have the... Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here. The bus park. I'm probably more like... no, I'm not going to do any of it. Because I want to save it. I want to save it for the ferries, boys. So, there's a lot of work to do. Don't get me wrong. There is a lot of work to get done. For all of this. Don't need more ferries on this line. Line... Oh, no. Line details. There's just a few people waiting here, isn't there? So I'm going to up it to maybe 23. Get 2 more ferries on the go. Just to have, you know, a little bit more pulling up at once. But I need more ferry lines in anyway, so, you know, what can you do about that, I'm afraid? What can you do? Right, so. Very, very basic. Very, very simple. We've added it in. It's going to do us wonders. But it doesn't end there. I need to unlock this road to upgrade it to the one-way route that I've currently got in. Oh, it is really a one-way route, isn't it? I need to upgrade it to the double road. I just realised it is definitely one-way. I need to add in the crisscross just here. There we go. There we go. So now pedestrians can cross over fairly easy. Right, this is just step 1. So this road, this bend here, will eventually extend up. I mean, we won't have a bend there, but it will extend up to access more of this area. At the moment, we've only really got this connection to the actual airport, but I'll probably do something to kind of make it a little bit more connectable than just relying on ferry systems and whatnot. Yes, yes. So in terms of a cargo area, we're going to build the building over here. Right, it just makes more sense. I can then bring the train line a little bit easier in, which is not a problem. And then we'll have to do something for the highway connection to bring the vehicles in and out as well. Now, I could do it around here, or I wouldn't maybe utilize this, because then what's the point in having this if the airport's over there? But what if I got rid of this, made this extend over, and this was the stop here instead? That could be better. That could be better. Now, I don't really want to build it right now. I want to save it for like maybe next episode, where I can kind of plan this a little bit easier, a little bit more efficient. We have the cargo style road, got the medium, we got the large. What's the difference between the two? I always forget. So that's large. Oh, okay. Medium. Yeah. We'll go for the medium. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've got to get all set up. So we've got a lot of work to still get done, guys. We've still got lots and lots of works to get done. If I brought this all the way across to here and did it kind of like that, you can kind of see with the... Is there such thing as a cargo stand, or is it just large aircraft? Let me go cargo style. There is a cargo stand. So you can see right now when we're placing this in. If I did a free gap. Do you reckon that's not enough? Too many? I'm going to reposition these. A one gap either side. Yeah, that works out fine. That works out fine. I've just then got to sort the rest of how the road and everything all kind of connects up into it. Yes. This actually could be a lot easier than I thought it would be. There's me saying I don't really want to build it right now. And look what I'm doing. I'm building it right now. So this goes obviously to here and then connects all the way through. Try and keep those 90-degree turns up and running. Or I could have come out to here and done it like that. That's probably better. Right, and then we just got to raise all of this. So... I've raised these as well, which I didn't mean to do. There we go. And then just flatten it all out slightly with the brush. La-di-da-di-da. Sorting out some of these corners a little bit better. Right, bring you up. Right, these end ones we'll use. To kind of bend the stuff in. So this one and this one will slightly raise. That mid one's the lowest point. So you kind of get the gradient going down. You can just about see it, but it's not that much noticeable. So yeah, that's what we'll do next episode, because I want to focus on doing a proper like system for the cargo. So we'll get rid of this train station, and then the train track will go completely over, and it will go to the train station that we built over here for the cargo. This road will kind of cross over and then do the loop back this way. So it's just an extended version of this further up there. So yeah, then probably the argument would be, what about the cargo on the highway? Well, you're hoping that they would utilize the train line more to kind of connect over. It's what we're hoping for. Or I might just kind of do that, and then I don't know. Again, we'll see. We'll see. So we need the police and still to kind of visit the building. Is this our first aircraft now landing in? Any passengers on board? 13 passengers on board right now. So like I said, we should see quite a demand for the ferry system. Hopefully we don't overwhelm it too much, which is why I need to get multiple stops all connected. It's why I need to get multiple stops all connected right now. But this could be a good little design feature, having the aircraft flying over elevated from the highway. Yes. Right, guys, we've still got lots of work to get done on this. This is not the final form. Still got lots of work to get done. I didn't think this was going to work, but it actually does, and I'm quite happy with it. So, next episode, guys, we'll continue the expansions yet again. I'm very excited for this. There is now an airplane going over near the highway, which is really, really cool to see. I'm really happy with this. So, until next time, guys, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.